Hi, my name is Mike. I'm a professor for social work management, and you are listening to Managing Around, the bi-weekly podcast about social science, culture, and management. Managing Around is part of the Talk About Organizations podcast network, a community resource and discussion platform for key ideas in management and organization studies, which is supported by our listeners. Our everyday experiences with learning are often decentralized. For example, we might learn how to do things by doing it ourselves or asking a friend. We may also use digital learning spaces on the internet or via apps on our mobile phones to explore and learn about different topics. Digital learning spaces are spaces where learners can access and use a variety of digital tools and resources to help them learn. These spaces can include websites, online courses, video tutorials, and social media platforms. Some of those digital learning spaces are organized as decentralized learning environments. They can be used to supplement traditional classroom instruction or to provide a unique learning experience. And in this episode, we will discuss how those decentralized learning environments could be used for organizing your teaching. Firstly, we will start with the question of what decentralized learning environments are. And in the second part, we turn our attention to their advantages and demonstrate how useful they are for teaching and learning in higher education. Let's start first with the question, what are decentralized learning environments? Decentralized learning environments, or DLEs, are digital spaces that provide learners with opportunities to access and share knowledge in a variety of ways. They are closely linked to platforms, providers, and other forms of collaborative digital learning tools. These spaces allow for hands-on learning opportunities and promote creativity and innovation. They also provide learners with the ability to access a wide range of content from various sources. A DLE is a network in which learners have greater control over their own learning experiences. This can be achieved through the use of a variety of mechanisms such as directed learning tools, peer-to-peer collaboration platforms, and online communities. These environments can support different learning styles and interests, promote creative thinking, and increase student autonomy. DLEs are becoming increasingly important as we move towards a world where digital skills are essential for success. They allow learners to tailor their experiences to meet their individual needs and provide opportunities for informal and personalized learning. They can also help to foster creativity and innovation by encouraging students to think outside the box. In the magazine Entrepreneur, Mitch Rankin recently wrote in his article, Decentralized Education Will Reshape Learning and the Global Economy, and I quote from the text, "Learning technology startups are working to make learning easier for everyone by bringing it to the next level." End of quote. Especially by means of blockchain technology, smart contracts, community-driven governance, and an open ecosystem. Above all, there's no ultimate learning platform or app that efficiently supports the collection and preparation of all your learning resources in one place at one time. I still sometimes hear teachers say that this could be found in the university's own learning management system, such as Moodle, Blackboard, or anything else. But such a place where all information is stored has never existed, even before the digital turn in higher education. This is because knowledge is distributed widely and in different spaces, networks, communities, and environments, to which teaching and learning can provide valuable access. It depends on both the community that makes sense of these resources and the individual that follows specific learning paths in developing personal learning spaces. Let's move on to the second part of this episode. What makes decentralized learning environments advantageous? DLEs can be beneficial for learning and teaching. A decentralized network is built from a hierarchy of nodes, with the lowest nodes having only a single connection to the network. If several of those lowest level nodes fail, communication still exists between some connected components of nodes. And here are some advantages of DLEs. First, stability. Decentralized learning environments continue to work even if other learning elements break down. Second, efficiency. They help to eliminate bottlenecks and come at lower costs. Third, user orientation. They can work with any sized group, cohort, age, and background, and can be adjusted to different levels of learning. Fourth, active participation. DLEs allow for more cooperation and even the production of new knowledge to be shared in the future, and not simply the consumption of information. Fifth, community building. It's the community that matters, not the provider. In education, decentralized learning environments can be used in different ways, such as by creating open educational resources, OERs, where content is distributed across a network of repositories, making it easy for students to find and use resources, or by creating podcasts about current learning topics in the classroom as single or group tasks, or by allowing students to collaborate on projects with classmates from around the world while using peer-to-peer learning platforms, or by letting students brainstorm and collect ideas on a digital canvas that also contains links, references to other valuable resources, or by using social annotation apps, which allow for collaborative research and learning while users annotate documents in real time. I will leave it as that for now. We now come to the end of this episode. Please let me summarize the main thoughts. Decentralized learning environments, or DLEs, are online platforms that provide educators and learners with the ability to create, share, and evaluate digital resources. They allow for more flexible and individualized learning styles, as well as increased collaboration between students. Additionally, decentralized learning environments can help improve teaching quality by allowing professors and teachers to track student engagement and feedback more accurately. In a previous episode 29 of Managing Around, we talked about podcasts, their secret weapon in education. If you haven't listened to that episode, please check it out. To conclude, podcasts are actually one valuable medium that can be integrated into decentralized learning environments. Additionally, podcasts can help students become part of the learning community by enabling them to be included and to participate in class. And this is actually what matters most. Students can become part of the learning community. Thank you for listening. Managing Around, the bi-weekly podcast about social science, culture, and management. Managing Around is part of the Talk About Organizations podcast network, a community resource and discussion platform for key ideas in management and organization studies, which is supported by our listeners. If you liked this episode, please leave a review on your favorite podcast website. There's also a link in the show notes. If you've got any thoughts on this episode, or if you've got any idea about new podcast topics or questions you'd like to discuss, send me an audio file or voice note to hi@profmanagement.de. For any non-audio comments, drop a tweet or DM to @profmanagement on Twitter or Instagram, please. For more information, visit my website www.profmanagement.de. Thank you for listening and see you next time.